Boom, 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 boom. Hey, good afternoon, my friend. How are you?
I am great, Bart. What's going on?
Hey, man, I am great too. I am so pumped. We have so many things happening in the next 10 days. Mr. Sam Bean tomorrow night here, then Jonathan Green, Spencer Iverson next week, and of course, ending the week next week with none other than Holton Bugs.
Houghton Bucks himself. Oh my God, that would be awesome, man. That's super awesome.
I can't wait. That's going to be so off the wall, and just a chance to hear him again and to get some more training from him and some more inspiration from him.
Totally. I mean, it's an opportunity that we get to, we get to have him
Mhm.
every time. I always think about every time he comes over here. It's mind blowing the tri-state area.
Absolutely, absolutely. But we asked the question yesterday. Hey, good afternoon to you, Peggy. We asked the
Hi, good
question
afternoon.
yesterday. Today's hump day, so I asked the question: what humps and bumps have you dealt with? And
Okay.
we're going to talk about that today in the three C's.
Wow,
So
I love the three C's, man.
I love
I
to
love the three
do.
C's because it's all about what we do. It's all about what we think. It's all about what we've been, what we've really been talking about all this while.
Exactly right. In Boomerang, when Mr. Bugs talks about your business, he talks about three C's, and that's curiosity, confirmation, and confidence. Those
Right.
three C's parallel exactly what you and I are going to talk about. And that
Absolutely.
first C that we're going to talk about is change.
Change.
Oh my
Hey, how
God.
you doing, Charles? How you doing, Martin? I've seen Charles and Martin jumping on the line. Hey, man, we talk about change, right? So,
Right.
what does I mean? Talking about change, how does that actually present to you?
Whenever I hear the term change, I think about my old training days, and I used to have a PowerPoint slide that said the only person who likes change is a baby, and that's probably true. That's the only person that likes change. Hey,
Right.
Carol joined us. Hey, Carol. But change is so powerful because change is how we develop and move and grow, and it's not just your physical change, but
Right.
it's also primarily a change in attitude.
Absolutely. I mean, talking about a change in attitude, man. I mean, there are times when we think about growth, right? We
Right.
think about growth, and people. I mean, people from the outside, they can see your physical growth. I can see your physical transformation from one stage to another, from one area of life to another. See facial expression and everything, and they think about growth. But at the end of the day, change is totally different. Just like you said, a change in attitude.
A change in
A
attitude.
change in attitude, and the whole attitude thing is about how you look at things, how you look at life.
Exactly. One of the quotes I use in my training is, "It is your attitude, not your aptitude, that
Right.
determines your altitude in life." I don't care
Wow,
how
that's
smart
awesome.
you are. If you're an SOB, forget it. It's not going to happen.
It's definitely not gonna happen. I mean, I'm thinking about the attitude, right? Because I mean, things are gonna happen to us.
Right.
Life is gonna happen. Life
Right.
is just gonna go the way life was planned to go, right?
Exactly.
We
Exactly.
have no control over it. And the attitude now is the way you relate to that, the way
Exactly.
you relate with life, the way you react with things that happen, the way you relate with people
Mhm.
when they behave the way that you didn't expect them to behave. Because of course they're not gonna behave the way you expect them to behave, right? They are
Exactly.
human beings. They're only gonna
Exactly.
behave the way that they know best. But how you react to them is what really matters. So that's the change, man. I really love that.
I do too, and I have people tell me, I hate change. I absolutely hate change. And I know this is kind of, tongue in cheek, but I ask them, I say, so are you telling me when the red light turns green, you stay stopped? Because that is change, man.
That is change right
That is
there.
change. When the green light turns to yellow, do you keep going? A lot of people do.
Exactly.
Especially in St. Louis, a lot of people do. Well, New York, we do too. But once it turns to red, do you ignore it? That's
No,
change. And
that's
life's the
change.
same way. You got those three. You got those three lights there to caution you.
Of course, listen. When somebody, I recently I read about this somewhere, and they said the speed of the car has kind of unlimited speed, whatever it is, right?
Right.
But guess what? if you're driving in the highway or wherever it is, maybe in the streets or in the neighborhood, you see the speed limit.
Right.
There's a limitation. I mean, they actually limit you on how much you can go. It's not about a car. It's about how much you can go, and that's like an aspect of change, because you're looking at how much you can go. It's not about the things that you really know. You know, it's about the things that you really want to learn, how you can get new information to transform your life.
Right, absolutely. And, you know, I think of the 3 C's we're going to talk about. Change may be the most powerful and the most difficult, because it all boils down to what you said, attitude.
Right. What's the next one, man?
Man, the next one I love, and it's called commitment.
Wow. Talking about commitment. Listen, this I can give a good example. If I a great example at what you and I are doing here every day for the last how many 60, is it 40, 50, 60 days? I mean, it's amazing, because this is the kind of commitment. But you really want to look at somebody's life, right? People think about commitment as being you're so committed to your job. And in my last session that we had yesterday at the leadership program, the session we had yesterday was literally about commitment, you know, because how people are so committed. You're so committed to your job because you are asked to be there. Right. You're required to be there. You're committed to your job. But for somebody who says, no, I'm gonna do an exercise, I'm gonna start going to the gym. How committed are you to go to the gym? Because because you're not responsible for anybody. You feel like, you know, I'll go whenever I want. Today I don't feel really good about it. I just maybe not go today. But if you were paid to be there, if you had a boss who said, you know what, come here today, come to the gym every day from 9 to 10, whatever it is, you will be there.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, you know, many of the people that you see on television, the broadcasters, the sportscasters, the weathercasters, all those people you see on television, they all have a commitment clause that deals with what you're talking about. Going to the gym, and they sign a contract that say they will do this and this and this, and that is holding them legally to a commitment to better themselves. Right. But we should anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's when you talk about commitment and you better yourself, man. You know, most time people always think about commitment to be for things that holds them accountable, right? Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you realize you really need somebody to hold you accountable, guess what? Look for the person.
Exactly. It's called an accountability partner.
Look for the person, an accountability partner, to actually help you be accountable in whatever activity that you're going to do. If you want to achieve something, maybe it's your fitness, maybe it's your diet, or maybe it's whatever it is. You know, if you want to achieve more in life, you want to go out there and make more money, whatever you have to do, get somebody who is an accountability partner who's going to be with you, being consistent and being, you know, hold you committed to that goal, to that task that you say that you really want to achieve.
Exactly. And you hit on something real critical. You talked about your leadership team yesterday.
Right.
Commitment also involves how you show up. Whether you are the leader or whether you are a newbie or what, it's how you show up. Are you always late? People notice that. And if you're a leader and you're always late, guess what? You're not going to have a very strong team. Or they're going to be so strong they're going to move on ahead of you. If you're someone new getting started, you want to show up early with pen and paper or your smartphone so you can take notes constantly. Right. So that is a commitment that you're telling people, I'm here because I am important to me and I'm important to whatever it is that we're doing here.
Absolutely. I mean, talking about showing up, because I mean that I usually say, we say show up, right? Show up, like whatever you commit yourself to be. Like if you say I'm gonna be here, be there. Right. If you say, I was watching a video on LinkedIn 2 days ago that the guy was saying, if I say my meeting begins at 9:06, guess what? It begins at 9:06.
That's right.
You know, because most time people is gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna be here maybe 9:05, maybe 9:10. People feel like, oh, I'm gonna be here from like 9:10, whatever. He said 9:06 is 9:06, and it's the meeting between 9:06 and ends at 9:15. So I mean, that 9 minutes, you really got to be there for 9 minutes.
You said that made me think back to when Mr. Hope and Bugs had the leadership training back last spring in May.
Right.
And the leader showed up, and the meeting started at 10 o'clock in the morning. And guess what? At 10 o'clock, he had all the doors to the ballroom locked. And if you were late, you weren't coming in.
Absolutely. That's commitment, and that's where leadership begins, because you actually stand you really stand in front of your word.
Right.
You say, I am a person, and I stand before my word, because this is who I am, because people are only going to take you for who you say you be, because who you present yourself to be, that's who they take you to be.
Exactly. And so that leads us to the third C, which probably changes the hardest and the most powerful, but this one, I think, is what changes everything, and that is consistency.
Oh my God. Tell me, man. I mean, this is an area where so many people, so many people struggle. Even myself, there are some areas that I'm not consistent.
Same here.
This is an area where we all struggle to be consistent, because we really want to be able to do more, get more results, or be more of this kind of a person. Achieve more. Exactly. But at the end of the day, guess what? We're so excited to get started. The beginning is always so exciting, because you have this, you have all these promises, everything that's going good. You feel like, oh my God, I'm getting all the results that I want. This is one of the things, my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna chop down 20 pounds. I'm gonna lose 30 pounds, whatever it is. Oh, that's awesome. The first day you sign up for the gym, you're super fired up, super excited to start, working out and everything. But guess what? After about a month, it's like an excuse.
Because it's that thing we talked about last week. It's that little P word called procrastination that starts to come into your life, and you realize, oh, you know what, I can slide a little bit here.
Right. I mean, guess what? You start having something called considerations.
Yeah.
You start having considerations. Considerations going to be like, okay, tomorrow is I think the weather is going to be good tomorrow. It's a good weather to actually work out. Today probably it's too hot, it's too cold. It's fine. I'm going to do this assignment. Oh, there's a show coming up. I'm just going to see the show, and maybe I have to check it out tomorrow. Maybe you go to a birthday party, and somebody, they're serving dessert, and you go, it's just a slice of cake. I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow, start to eat the cake, and work it out tomorrow. So all those instances, like, all those everything that's going on, like all those examples, these are how we keep going about in our lives. It's how we go about in our lives. But if you give your word to something, we just spoke about commitment, and it goes right through with consistency. Being able to stay focused, being able to stay to your word and say, you know what, I said I'm going to be doing this thing from now to this. I'm really going to be consistent. If you say you're going to be going to sleep at 10 o'clock every night, guess what? Go to sleep at 10 o'clock every night.
Exactly.
That's just, go for it, man.
Wow, this is cool. I mean, hello to Susan. She joined us. Carol Odom just said that, she has to admit that she's late for our training, but that's something she's going to change, and she's committed. There's that C word.
Right.
To change, which is the
best one.
You just added a fourth C word. She said, if you are consistent, committed, and confident to the change, you will champion that change.
Wow. That's awesome. Talking about champion, man. Who do you define as a champion?
Well, besides Holton Bugs.
Yes. Besides Holton Bugs, right.
To me, a champion is someone who has faced a challenge,
right,
made that change, stayed committed to it, and was consistent to get their results. And an example would be Michael Jordan.
Right.
He got cut from his high school basketball team because he wasn't good enough. If Michael Jordan had walked away, Nike would never have all those shoes they now have.
Exactly.
We wouldn't have someone like a Michael Jordan in our life to look up to. If Oprah had bought into when they told her she was not good for television, where would we be right now?
Wow.
So champion actually is it's kind of like I was talking to you about being brokenhearted. If you're brokenhearted or someone breaks your heart, you can't do that. That's self-inflicted.
Absolutely.
Being a champion is self-inflicted too.
Right.
You're determined to be a champion, and you stay committed to it until you get to it. And then you have
Right.
someone like Simone Biles that redefines her own definition of being a
Right.
champion.
Wow, I mean, man, you just hit on the nail, because I'm thinking about champion. I'm thinking about somebody who has so many things going on in their lives. You know, you gave a
Right.
great example of Oprah over there. She has like things that people told her many things in her life that she's not gonna succeed, she's not gonna do everything. But guess what? That's what people said,
Exactly.
right? That's what they said. That's what they did. That whatever happened in the past.
Exactly. Exactly.
But the way we've been living our lives from the past, because we keep thinking about what happened and what people said, and we're trying to put that in front of us and keep living our lives that way.
That's right.
What happened in the past doesn't exist anymore. It's in the past.
It's in the past. Exactly.
But we keep bringing it to the present,
right.
and taking it to the future.
Exactly. And you know what? But in real life, that's called leftovers. And
right.
Tired of leftovers.
Wow. That's awesome, man. Because guess what? What space will it be if you actually left everything that happened in the past in the past? That's when you really see somebody seeing new possibilities happen in their lives.
Exactly.
You know, seeing you look at the way Oprah Winfrey actually transformed her entire life,
and what she did for others, and how
what she is consistently still doing for others.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
If there's one thing that I remember Oprah for, it's not you get a car, you get a car, and you get a car. It's not it. What I remember Oprah the most for is she encouraged every one of us to do a random act of spontaneous kindness.
Right.
And I still live by that. Hold the door open for someone. Pay for someone's coffee behind you in Starbucks.
Right.
Help someone carry their bags out to the car.
Right.
A random act of spontaneous kindness. Smile at a stranger.
Absolutely.
That's where power comes in.
Absolutely. I mean, she has been giving a lot of, she gives a lot of speeches and talks all over the world, but right. it just boils down to the same thing, or the same thing that we're all fighting for, helping people transform their lives for better.
That's right. And and I'm gonna toss this one to you, because I haven't even shared this with you yet, but it's so powerful. When you say to yourself, I'm gonna take on the 3 C's. I'm gonna take on change, be committed, and can be consistent. You have no idea who you are influencing and who you're impacting.
Absolutely.
Last night, it was about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. I got a text message from a lady in Denver, Bridget. And Bridget, she said, I watch you and Rudy. Do you mind if I share your videos and use that as part of a good party?
Oh, my God.
I said, we are honored. We are thrilled. We have no idea someone would even consider that. But she said, what you guys bring, she says, I love it, and it's what I want to share with others. I said, you can share it under one condition. You introduce us, and you do the follow-up at the end. Don't make the whole show us. Just make it what you're sharing something that's valuable to you.
Absolutely. Man, I love that, man. I mean, it's all about the value that we keep adding in the lives of other people. And talking about value, man, I posted something this morning that be in business no matter what.
Exactly. I love that.
That is because it's so close. It's so close to what we do. It's so close to what we do, because it's not just about being an ibüümerang. It's not just about we being showing you an opportunity. But we are giving people an opportunity for them to see what is possible for themselves.
Exactly.
What's possible for themselves, because when you got to tell somebody, don't never leave work, go home and just watch TV or do whatever you got to do, or it's good to spend time with the family, but you really want to be consistent about something. You really want to make sure you keep doing, if you're going home, you go home and you have a second task. You have something that is putting extra income to your home. You have something that keeps bringing extra finances, to your home, because that's what life's all about.
Hey, Rudy, hey, we're back now. Okay, I'm on my iPhone, but we are back now.
Awesome.
All right, so we're talking about it, and sorry guys, we're frozen, but you know what? We found another way around it, and we are consistent with it. But
Absolutely.
what a powerful conversation we're having.
There was something really good that I really wanted, to throw out there, because somebody might be out there and keep thinking about, oh, what am I going to be consistent about? What do I
Right.
really want to change, or what am I committed to doing? But guess what? There's something called IPA, income producing activities. Whatever
Yes.
you do, if you really want to change from something that you were doing in the past, change to something something that's producing income. If you really want to
Exactly.
do something that you committed, be committed to an income producing activity. If you start anything, make sure you're consistent with an income producing activity.
Oh, absolutely. And when you posted that quote this morning about being in business for yourself, it made me think of one of mine, and I posted it immediately. And it is that a setback is a setup for a comeback.
Absolutely.
And and that's exactly what you're talking about. There is that income producing activity. Yeah, you're gonna hit roadblocks. You're gonna be a setback. That doesn't
Right.
mean to stop. That's just a setup to come back to something greater.
Absolutely. I mean, talking about income producing activities, man. How can somebody might be out there? Okay, all this information is good, everything is good, but what am I supposed to do if I want to get myself involved in an organization or a team or somebody who's going to help me to actually see how I can start putting some income producing activities in my life?
Absolutely, you're so right. So right. Yeah, Hey, Mark joined us, and Peggy has a great comment. She said there's a great book out there that is you can't still second with your foot still on first,
Correct.
and that is so true.
Correct. Absolutely. Hey, man, I know we're about to wrap up right now, and it's been a lot of this today has been really, I mean, it's been awesome. It's been
I love
super,
it.
super awesome,
Mhm.
For somebody out there who might be watching this video, what do you think this person might want to contact us for any opportunity to see what we do and kind of, get some information?
Right. If you're watching this video and you're on my channel or Rudy's channel or on our YouTube, just type in the bottom in the comments, tell me more, and we will send you information about what we're doing. If you want to see this iboomerang and become consistent with it and committed to it, just type me, and we'll send you one. If Peggy or Mark or Carol or Susan or Bridget, any of the rest of them out there that's sharing this with you, do the same thing for them. They all
Right.
can get tuned in and turned on to what we're doing here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, man, I love what we keep doing, and I just thank you so much for always being here with me. How we keep helping a lot of people out there, man. I can't wait to
Oh,
hang out with you tomorrow.
yeah, I can't wait till tomorrow. And again, consistency and change. I had to go from my Mac to my iPhone, but we stayed consistent. And we
Yes,
will, my friend. We're
I
together.
mean, I love the energy, man. We just stick to the because we can't practice something else and preach something else, right? This is a consistency right here in practice.
And I love it. Rudy, until tomorrow, and everyone, see you then. Go out and make it an incredible Wednesday, and we'll see you back on Thursday.
Of course, man. Boom.